What is going on, guys? The Houston Texans have just released their 2022 season schedule. Look, if you guys are new to the channel, I am Mr. 713. I'm doing a Houston Texans sign giveaway. So answer the question down below. First, you gotta like and you gotta be subscribed. But drop your predictions for the Houston Texans season record. I am excited for the season, man. There is a buzz going around for the Houston area fans. I do think, the second year guys, Davis Mills, Brevin Jordan, and Nico Collins are really going to come into their own. The city of Houston is very excited for these rookies, Stingley, Kenyon Green, John Mechie. The hype around Damian Pierce himself is just absolutely huge. So there's finally a buzz around Houston where we are looking forward to week one. However, this schedule is just absolutely crazy throughout the board. I do think if Davis Mills is able to show that he could compete against these teams, could put up some W's, then you don't need to draft a quarterback next year. I love this. However, I said it many times before. This is his one shot to prove that he is the team's franchise QB. So let's just go down the list, right? At week one, you go against the Indianapolis Colts. It's Matt Ryan's first game as a Colt. They do think that Matt Ryan is the answer that could give the Colts, playoff success and go, compete for a Super Bowl. Week two at the Mile High Stadium, 3:25 p.m. game. You're going against Russell Wilson. You're going against that newly high-powered Broncos offense. It's going to be a tough two games for the Houston Texans. You're definitely going against two teams who are trying to compete for a Super Bowl. And week three, Lovie Smith comes home. This is going to be a very personal game for him. They fired him after a 10-6 season. I do think he brings the dogs out and goes all over Justin Fields. At week four, it does get very, very tough. You are playing against a team that you upset last year, that being the Chargers. Justin Herbert is coming next year. I do think he's going to be, into his form. He is my dark horse to be MVP. The offense for the Chargers is just going to be that damn good. It's exciting how this defense plays. The Chargers, I think it's going to be their true test after the Bears, and then wrapping it up right before the bye week 5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I could definitely see the Houston Texans pulling out a dub going into the bye week, right? I could see us being 2-3. If the Houston Texans are 2-3, I think the fans, the media, the players will be excited for the Houston Texans if they ended up 2-3 at the bye week. But after that, man, it's just playoff teams across the board. Your first three games, you're going against teams that at one point last year were in position to make the playoffs. In week 7, you're going to Las Vegas to play against the Raiders, to play against Devontae Adams. That is going to be an absolute fun matchup to see if Stingley really does follow him everywhere throughout the game. That is a game at 3:25. That is going to be a very fun game to watch. October 30th, it is going to be the Tennessee Titans are coming into NRG. I'm not buying the hype from Tennessee. I think this is a hard-fought game that I think the Houston Texans pull out and definitely win. The game on Thursday night, Amazon Prime against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he's coming home. He's going to be playing against his hometown. It's going to be a very fun game, a packed game. It's going to be exciting. This is a toss-up for me. I don't, either way, I think the Houston Texans can win and can lose this game. The next couple games, however, I think are very, very good matchups for the Houston Texans. The New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. Both teams have quarterback issues. Only one team has the good defense. That is the Washington football team with Chase Young leading the pack. This is, a stretch of two games where I can see the Houston Texans being very competitive and maybe winning both of them, going strong into week 12 against and Tua Tagovailoa at Miami. That is definitely going to be a fun game to watch. The Houston Texans, as the season gets late, they are going to be tested by playoff teams who are making their push to being the higher seeds. Week 13, everyone circle your calendars. The Cleveland Browns are coming to Houston Texans. Is Deshaun Watson going to suit up? Is he going to take the field in NRG? No matter what, this is a must win for the Houston Texans. I do think they need to take advantage of it and just make a statement. This is Davis Mills' game right here. I want to see him absolutely ball out and show that we didn't need Deshaun Watson. Week 14 is a game that the whole Texas will be lit for at Dallas in Jerry World. what is going to happen with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. No more Amari Cooper. This is CeeDee Lamb's team now in terms of he is the number one wide receiver. This might be an absolute shootout again that I want to see the Houston Texans win, because it's always fun when we beat up on the Cowboys. Week 15 against the Kansas City Chiefs at NRG. This is going to be a tough game. As the season goes on, this is week 15, and fighting to get, that first round bye, that second round bye. Wait, I'm sorry. There's no first. I'm sorry. There's no the only one team gets the bye. I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be a tough game. And to wrap up the final three games, we at Tennessee, week 17, home against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then wrapping it up at Indianapolis in week 18. I think this is a hard schedule, a balanced schedule. How many games do I think the Houston Texans win? I think they may potentially win 5 to 7 games, 5 to 8 games, honestly. And if you're going to ask me, I want to go ahead and say the Houston Texans beat the Bears. They beat the Jaguars once. They beat the Titans. They beat the Giants. We beat the Commanders. We beat the Browns. And then we beat, I'm sorry, and then we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in week 17. A 7-win season for the Houston Texans. If they end at 7 wins, this is an absolute win. You're going next year knowing that Davis Mills is your franchise QB. I am excited for next season. Let me know what you guys think about the schedule. As always, go Texans. You guys have a very blessed day.